shorthand machine and printer, business cards, stationery, and other office supplies. And that's pretty much what she offered me. I didn't have a printer. I had my own printer, you know, but she offered all the paper, printing paper or whatever, so if I needed to make copies, all of those supplies, stuff like that. So examples of freelance agencies. Agency A is a reporting firm located in a downtown office in a large city. The agency has 3 owners, all of whom are official reporters who do not do any freelance reporting themselves. They own the agency and employ reporters to do freelance work. The agency has an office manager who assigns reporters to jobs on a regular rotation basis. Currently 20 reporters are working for the agency, but they could use an additional 5 reporters or more. Firm hires its reporters in an interview process, trains them for a period of 6 months, and then eventually works them into the working environment by giving them smaller jobs, less complicated matters at first. And that's what they did. You start out and you're low man, so you kind of get the crappy jobs, you know. And you know, they kind of know coming in, you know, hey, this is going to be a big job. It's going to be an 0-6. You know, we know coming in, you know, it's a big multi-million-dollar case and there's a bunch of attorneys or whatever, and it's an 0-6. Guess what? You're probably not getting it. You're probably not going to get that job when you first start, you know. But, I mean, that's just kind of the way it goes. You start out and, you know, you got to get your feet wet. You can't just jump straight in. So they get your feet wet, then you kind of get going. The split for the agency is 60-40. That is, a reporting agency keeps 60% of what its reporter brings in, and the reporters get 40%. I don't get that.
They give you more benefits.
Oh, there's an annuity. Oh, they have retirement. Okay.
Dental.
The firm offers a week's paid vacation after 1 year, 2 weeks paid vacation after 2 years, and a maximum of 3 weeks paid vacation after 3 years with the firm. They offer bonuses for professional development and workshops and seminars attended. In addition, full medical and dental coverage is offered, as well as an individual retirement account and a tax-deferred annuity. That is a pretty good deal then. Not bad. Not a bad deal. Agency B is a medium-sized firm employing 7 reporters located in the same city as Agency A. They could use an additional 2 or 3 reporters. They offer no medical or dental benefits, but they do have liability insurance. Their vacation period is 1 week, fully paid for all employees. The agency has a small office where reporters can work if they choose. The agency provides transcript paper and steno paper, but reporters must supply everything else. If a reporter chooses to work on a computer, he or she must pay the initial software license as well as the other equipment. The agency does not care how the reporter produces the transcript. In other words, a reporter could hire their own note reader, scopist, or transcriptionist as long as they get the work to the agency in proper format. Basically, the agency's only responsibility is to find the job for the reporter, deliver the transcript, and bill the clients. Reporters get paid after the clients pay the firm. The agency split is 25-75. That is, the agency keeps 25 of what it brings in, and the reporter keeps 75. And that's pretty much what I had. I didn't have the 1 week paid vacation. So maybe that's in the next one, but yeah, that's pretty much what I had. And it was a 70-30 split. Agency C. Agency C is located in the same city as A and B, but it is considered a small firm employing only 2 reporters. The reporters are partners in the firm and are considering hiring an additional reporter to handle their overflow. The agency will offer no benefits at all and would consider a reporter as an independent contractor. In essence, a reporter would work out of his or her home, which is what I did, using his or her own equipment and supplies, which is what I did. The owners may consider allowing the reporter to become a partner in the business after working with them for 2 years. The agency split is 10-90-10. That is, a firm takes 10 and the reporter takes 90. That's not what I did. Pretty close. It sounds exactly like what I had, but I wasn't a partner in the firm. But the split was 70-30, so. 10 advantages of freelance reporting. How much a reporter earns is commensurate with how much he or she wants to work. The more pages produced, the more money earned. Freelancing can be very lucrative, and it can be a source of a little extra income for a family. The freelance reporter may have more freedom in terms of time. It is not restricted to a 9-to-5 job. Another reporter is usually available to appear for an assignment if the scheduled reporter becomes ill or desires to take a vacation at any particular time. Freelance reporters often have opportunities to specialize in a particular field or work that they enjoy, such as medical malpractice, patent infringement, or maritime reporting. Many opportunities are available for travel to other states and countries to do reporting jobs. There is a great variety of cases to be heard and people to meet in the freelance assignments. Reporting assignments are usually screened so that more seasoned reporters will get the most difficult jobs and beginner reporters progress in terms of degree of difficulty and the work involved. A great deal of experience can be acquired working in a freelance firm. Seasoned reporters will help train novices. Standard forms books will teach reporters proper formatting and reporting methods. Some freelancers have their offices at their home, and the advantage of transcribing, editing, proofing, and printing whenever convenient for the individual or family. Usually the freelance reporter can find a job wherever he or she moves. Most large cities have freelance agencies with opportunities for good reporting opportunities and experience. All true. All true. 10 disadvantages. Many freelance companies do not provide any fringe benefits such as health insurance, tax withholding, or retirement. The reporter may be hired as an independent contractor and have to keep track of all the expenses for proper deductions as well as withholding all FICA and Social Security payments. Because most freelance reporters are paid for pages produced, most reporters will have to take time off for vacations without pay. When you do not work, you do not get paid. Some firms cannot screen all assignments at all times, and reporters may find themselves in situations that may be a little above their heads. Friction may develop among reporters within an agency because some may feel that work is being unevenly distributed. An uncomfortable working environment may result. Freelance work may be feast or famine. At times, a reporter may have too much work to handle. At other times, it may be too little work to go around for everyone. A large paycheck may have to be spread out over a large period to cover smaller paychecks. Some firms may require that a reporter sign a contract to work with them. The contract may require a person to work for a certain time with the promise that he or she will not work for anyone else, nor freelance in the same general area. Some people may consider working at home a disadvantage. They would prefer to have an office location when they can concentrate on the work at hand. Freelance reporters may be required to purchase all their own equipment, including the shorthand writer, computer, printer, and software. These purchases could mean a huge investment of funds and a long period between when they are paid off. Once in a freelance position, very few opportunities for promotion may occur within the agency unless a reporter becomes a shareholder or a partner. All true. So, I mean, it's good and bad. I mean, you know, and some of that stuff, you know, you want to go on vacation, help yourself. Go. You don't get paid. It is one of the bad things. And sometimes it is feast or famine. You know, sometimes it's like, you know what? We got a job every day. You're going to take a job every day. We're so busy. And you're taking jobs every day. Boom, boom, boom. And you got a 7-day turnaround. So you're having to take that job, go home and work on the job that you took on Monday because now it's Tuesday. You just took a job on Tuesday, so now you're working on the job on Monday, where you have a job tomorrow too. So now you have to come back on Wednesday, get the job out that you had on Monday. You just took a job then, and then start the job that you started on Tuesday. So it's like, you know, boom, 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 and it's keeping things in order and track and whatever, but it's like you're just rolling this stuff out, and as you're rolling it out, so is the money. The money's coming. So it's you know, it's good and bad. But I mean, when it's famine, I mean, it's like we got 2 jobs on the book, you know, for today, and there's 7 reporters. Who's next? And it's just the next reporter that's in line to take those jobs. Or, you know, maybe it's somebody's client. You know, she just took a job yesterday, but, you know, her client called in and scheduled a job. You know what, do you want to take that job? Yeah, it's my client. Okay. So he or she gets to take that job because it's their client. So, you know, there's good and bad. Reporting as a self-employed and freelancer. Some court reporters do freelance reporting on their own without the many advantages of the agency reporting has to offer. After a few years of hard work, dedication, and experience, the promising individual may begin to employ other reporters and open his or her own agency. Self-employment is not for everyone. Some reporters need the structure of a job to motivate them, and some reporters enjoy the security of working for someone else. And now all of that is true. You know, and you can get to the point where, I mean, that is what you're doing. And I did do it. I mean, I did it for like 6 or 8 months before I got my job on with the county. I went on my own. So I had to do all my own billing, submit my own billing, you know, had to buy all of my tabs, all of my stuff. So if, you know, an attorney called and said, hey, you know, I need that thing, blah, 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 okay. Well, now I have to get it together, deliver it to his office, you know, so, but I was keeping the whole check, everything. So there's pros and cons to it. 10 advantages of an independent freelance reporting. You are your own boss and you do not answer to anyone except yourself. Absolutely. A certain amount of prestige as well as a certain amount of accomplishment and self-satisfaction results when working for yourself. You can to a certain extent, determine your own hours and work whenever or wherever you want to, bearing in mind that jobs turned down once or twice will probably mean that the client will look elsewhere. You have to be careful with that, okay? Now, if you go in and say you're just filling in court like I was doing, and you go in and tell her, hey, look, I'm not available this week. I'm going on vacation. Okay, so she didn't call you that week. You're gonna take the whole week off. Whether you went on vacation or you just wanted the week off, take it off. No big deal. Well, you didn't work. You don't get paid. So there's not a check coming in for that week. So, let's say you had a great week that week before. You worked all 5 days. You got 4 different transcripts and they were all big stuff. Great. You made an extra 2 or 3 grand that week. On top of the 2 or 3 grand that you made for filling in, you had a $6,000 or $7,000 week. Pretty good week. So you know what? I can't afford to take off that week. So you can, if you want. You do not have to pay an agency a portion of the amount of money that you earn. When you get paid by your client, it is yours minus the normal business expenses. You may be able to qualify for certain small business administration or minority loans for beginning businesses. Certain tax advantages result from incorporating your business. If you do a good job, your reputation will quickly spread among the legal community and one who is well qualified and competent. You will have people working. You can have people working for you. To a certain extent, you can choose the jobs that you do. If you work hard and do a good job, you earn a good income. Completely, absolutely true. If you do a good job, people are going to remember. I showed up on time, I did a good job, that lady remembered. And one of the judges, and I won't mention her name, but I mean, her court reporter was gone that day. So I went and filled in the whole week. I mean, we hit it off. It was great, you know, but I mean, she liked that I showed up on time. I didn't complain about anything. If we worked through lunch a little bit, we had to stay a little bit longer. whatever. I got paid, I didn't care, you know, whatever. She called down there and she said, whenever my reporter's out, I want this guy to fill in. If he's available, I want him to fill in first. So then the lady called me and she goes, wow, I mean, this judge called and, I mean, said you do a great job, whatever. She said, I'm gonna start using you. And every week, she was using me every day. Every day that I wanted to work, there was work. You know, so it was good. It was great. So, you know, when you present yourself well, people know that you do a good job, people take note of that. So it's a reflection of you and your work, okay? 10 disadvantages. A large amount of time, energy, and money are required to begin working on your own. The expense of purchasing all the equipment and office supplies may require a sizable business loan to begin your work. You may not be able to obtain many jobs because most clients remain loyal to the freelance agency that does a good job. You will be in direct competition with well-established reporting firms that have been operating for a number of years. You will have no experience in handling some of the major problems that may occur with clients in a typical agency that they would handle for you. For example, collecting fees, obtaining signatures of deponents, and delivering transcripts and so on. If you do a poor job for one client, your bad reputation as an incompetent reporter will quickly spread among lawyers and firms. You will have to keep track of all accounts, income received, expenses, taxable deductions, withholding fees, and so on. In addition, you will be responsible for every aspect of that job, from making the appointment to delivering the finished transcript. You may have to work all hours of the day and night to complete the transcripts that are due. You will have to reinvest a certain portion of your profits into the business to keep abreast of the changings in technology. If you do not have good business sense, you risk a chance of losing your time, effort, money, and reputation if you cannot make a success of the business. Pressures and stress are involved in handling all responsibilities of owning one's own business. And that's true. You have to be a disciplined person to be able to do it, you know, but there's a lot of money to be made. So if you're disciplined enough and you have the help, you know, from a husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, you know, hey, you know what, you handle my books, perfect, okay. It can be a very lucrative business, very. So it's good. Should you work for a freelance agency or should you venture forth and work on your own as a freelance court reporter? The question is not easily answered. Many considerations need to be weighed in each individual circumstance. However, wisdom dictates that at the very beginning, a reporter should thoroughly research all avenues of employment and accept a position that is best suited for him or her. Most importantly, work at the job that gives you the most satisfaction. You know, and a lot of times it's just easier to go work for a firm. Get your feet wet, learn what you need to do, learn the setup, blah, blah, blah. Then if you want to go on your own or you want to do court, you do it. One of the girls that I went to school with, her first job was working at the county. That to me, and I had swore I would never do that. I'd never work in court, ever. That intimidated me. You know, going down there, it's like, you know, you work for a judge and this is it. I mean, this is the World Series. I mean, people come here for the end result, you know, but, you know, it was all just getting acquainted to it. So, you know, once I was acquainted to it, I don't know that I'd go back to freelancing. You know, if I ever lost my job, I don't know that I'd go back to freelancing. I've gotten so used to being down there that I don't know that I want that anymore. Or I could get used to that again. Maybe, but I don't know. Any questions about that? What we just went over? You in the front.
When you're taking jobs like subbing in court, all of that, I know you want to be friendly and represent yourself, so you know they want to call you back the way they like you. But is there such things like when I intern in court, the court reporters talk a lot with the witnesses and like both attorneys, and to me, I guess I watch too much Law and Order. Everyone's supposed to hate each other.
Yeah.
Besides, but everyone's so, is that okay?
Yeah.
It won't be a conflict of interest, like, well, you're good friends with this attorney, so you did this to the record?
Well, I mean, a lot of times you're not really talking about the case, so, I know all of the attorneys that do work in our court. A lot of these guys have been there as long as I have. And if they haven't, there's very few that are brand new. Very few. So I know everybody in there. So just because two attorneys don't get along, they're still friends with me. I still talk to them. We don't really talk about the case. It's like, hey, a lot of these guys, I know some of their families. I know their kids and stuff like that. So it's like, hey, how's your son doing or whatever? I know he just went to college and, oh man, he's doing good, and nothing to do with the case. So yeah, I mean, you get to know a lot of people.
And I see that it's the reporter's job, from my understanding, what it looked like, to make the witness feel comfortable. So is there such thing as talking too much to the witness?
I don't know that I talk necessarily to the witness, especially, because they may start asking you questions like, oh, what should I do, or what, and that's not, that's not for you, but saying hello and, hey, wow, I'm intimidated. Oh, relax, just relax. It'll be fine. Answer the question, no big deal. It'll go fine. Just relax. And you may, well, how did you get into court reporting? They always want to know about the machine. They always want to know, man, that's a pretty neat machine. And wow, my mom went to court reporting school and never got out, or whatever. Or my cousin's mom's sister's brother's girlfriend went. Everybody knows somebody that either was a reporter or had thought about it, went to reporting school. So they're always intrigued by that little machine. So it's okay to talk to them. But if they ask, well, should I lie or should I tell the truth, or hey, I know something that happened and I don't know if I should say, whoa, you're more just there as you're just part of the furniture. You're an independent person that's there and you're unbiased. But if people want to talk to you, hey, how does the machine work? You tell them. How'd you get into court reporting? You tell them. And I'm nice with everybody. I mean, unless somebody comes up and they're just mean to me, I'm nice to everybody. And I just want to talk. If people come and talk to me, and I'm not that outgoing person that's just going to go up to somebody that I don't know. But if somebody comes up to me, hey, how'd you get into court reporting? Are you a court reporter? And a lot of times they don't know what you do. They want to know what you do. So, you talk to people and you get to meet tons of different people. And especially there at the court, you get to meet all kinds of people. Some of them you don't want to meet, but you get to meet all kinds of people. So it's a really cool job. It really is. So, any other questions? No? All right.